So hello and welcome to your yoga class to open your heart and bring greater emotional balance to you. Something that I have worked with a lot in my life and continue to do. If you're a female, our hormones can really play games with us at times, and it's really lovely to have tools and practices that work at keeping us in greater emotional balance. I'm doing this outside by water because the water element is our emotional element, and it can often help us just to feel more grounded and balanced through our emotions when we have the sight and sound of water. So let's start moving. I do love this class. I actually love all my classes, but this one particularly resonates with me. So let's get a little bit of beaty music to warm up and wake up our bodies. Okay, so let's just start by flicking through our fingers and our wrists. Notice your elbows, notice your shoulders. How's your neck feeling? Just feel into your glorious body and allow it to move. You might like to stretch up. You might like to hang down. You might like to twist to the sides as you uncurl up. Just feel into what your body feels like, how it feels like moving today. Maybe kicking out through your legs if there's a need for that. Excusing any traffic noises. In life we can't always have everything perfect. Now we're going to move to our cross patterning. So that's where you touch your opposing leg. If you're comfortable with that, use your elbow. We're doing these movements again because it helps with balancing, and we're doing our dancer posture today, which is a lovely balancing posture. If you're comfy, touch your ankle. Let your hand come over, touching your opposing ear, not worrying if we look a little bit silly. Opening through the sides of your body while we're doing this. And if you're happy to, kick your foot behind. Sometimes it can be hard to find your foot, it's quite surprising. And then we can reach over again and touch our opposite ear. Feeling how that's opening through the ribs as well. Good work. Keep smiling, life's good. Nice. Now we're coming back to the front. Perhaps elbow to knee. And then let's have the same hand touching the same leg, just so the brain doesn't end up scrambled or anything unpleasant like that. Great. Take both feet down and let's just circle through the hips, just to bring our awareness into the hip joints themselves and to also free up through the sides of the legs. We'll go back the other way. Coming to center. So let's just take our right leg forward. We take our arms out to the sides and we stretch forward. So we're bending into our front knee, palms over, bend into your back leg as the hands come back. So breathe out as you lunge forward, breathe out as you come back. I'll just do that from the side if it makes it easier. Breathing out, breathing in. You can breathe out and let go of your day. Letting go of busyness. This is great the way it's warming up through your legs, opening through your chest. We'll do one more on this side. And then we're going to take our left leg forward. Lunging forward, pulling back, letting go, coming back to yourself. Just feel into that movement. Feel how it opens through the shoulders, through the chest, warming up your gorgeous thighs. Let's do one more in this direction, coming back. And then we'll move to our twist. It's really valuable to warm the spine up by twisting it. So just flowing from one side to the other, arms just easily flow around by your hips. Back heel is risen. Head moves around with your spine. Beautiful. And then just to stretch through the back of the legs. When we turn next, just pause, wrap the arms around the body, lift your front toe,
and just fold forward a little bit, like you're bowing down to something. And it's a lovely stretch up the back of the calf and into the hamstring. Then we flow around to the other side, lifting the other toes up. Let your head hang down and feel into the stretch through the calf, through the hamstring. Let's do one more each side. Warming up the legs that we're going to be using to help us with balancing. Fantastic. And then let's do a few spinal waves. So you breathe in, the hands flow up above you into a small back bend. And as you breathe out, you flow down. Head leads you down. You hang down into whatever forward bend feels good. Soften your knees, check your core is on, and uncurl from the base of your spine. Lifting up again. Breathe out as you flow down, letting go. This is so fabulous for your back. If you started your day with this every day, you would probably feel a great improvement. Just bringing in hydration to your discs, and it's like it massages through all your spinal nerves. And just let your hands come down. And just take a moment just to feel into your body. I'm just going to turn the music down. It's always really wise to notice the differences. You know, we notice when things get really bad, but when you've just brought in a bit of balance and ease to your body, it's really good to get the feedback to your brain so that then you naturally do it again. Now, I had meant to say at the start of the class, for this class, ideally you'll have a chair and some sort of a strap. Now, I find at home a dressing gown cord tie is really useful if you don't have a proper yoga strap, and realistically, who would? And a chair that you can put your hand on to keep yourself balanced. So if you want to stop it and go and grab those things, I do apologise for not mentioning it beforehand. I just straighten my mat. There we go, lovely. Okay, so we're going to be doing EBR 3 today, Energy Block Release 3, because of the way it opens through your chest, through your heart, through your lungs. And when life's overwhelming, we get closed in. It's protection, it's normal, it's what we need to do. But then we need to remember to open again, to be trusting, to allow our energy to flow freely. And that's what we're working on today, just very gently. But I remember the first time I did this sequence, I came away thinking, oh, I love everybody loves me, my life's all rainbows and unicorns. It didn't stay like that, but every time I do it, it's just like a... So, if you have your awareness in the chest as we do this sequence. So, feet start hip width apart. We always start in our Tadasana posture. Legs are relaxed. Pelvis is in neutral. On the out breath, lift up your pelvic floor. Just gently engage the pelvic floor. Draw in your lower abdominals so that you feel core strength. The core strength that keeps your internal organs held firmly, and it protects your lower back. As you breathe in, just feel your sternum rising, spaciousness along your spine. Observing how your shoulders are, roll them around if you would like. We want an ease through the shoulders. I often feel like I let my shoulder blades sink down the spine. Arms and fingers and hands are relaxed. Feel into your neck. Sometimes we hold our head in weird positions, slightly to the side or forward, but have it in centre. Chin is parallel to the ground. And then just allow your jaw to relax and your eyes can close if you'd like. Or they stay open, it doesn't matter, but just let them be soft. And notice your breath. The gentle in-breath. And perhaps sigh the out-breath. Breathing in and sighing out anything from your day. Do that one more time. Breathe deeply. Let go. So the hands come to your heart. This is Namaste. And let's just take a moment here to set the intention to be really kind to yourselves. It's so easy to be judgmental, to be critical, see the things that we don't do perfectly. I invite you to show kindness, compassion to yourself, and realize when things don't don't go to plan, there's a lesson there. We can do better. It's all okay. You are worthy. So when you're ready, the hands flow above your head, and we have our windmill twist. So we turn to the right, and the right hand flows behind us. Actually, I might do this from the side for you. So as we turn to the right hand flows behind. It scoops past your hip and comes back to the start position. Okay? The other hand stays raised above your head. You breathe out as the left hand flows behind you. Soften your knees and lift back up. Now if your shoulders were uncomfortable, wow, cat just ran through, just allow the hands to be a bit lower. So we turn to the right. We feel a twist in the spine, breathing out, letting go from your day. And breathing back in, the hand comes back up. Turning to the left, breathe out, soften down, relax down. Breathe in, coming back. Let's do that one more time each side. Breathing out, easing down. And as you breathe in, you lift up strength. Turning to the left for the last time. Hand flows down, coming back up to the start position. And then just let your hands drift down to chest height. Now there's quite a bit of shoulder work in here, so if any time your arms get tired, just bring them down. All is good. So for our mirror twist, we're going to keep the palms face away for a start. Keep your left hand as it is. Turn your right palm to face you. And then as you breathe out, keep your gaze in your palm and let the arm flow around at shoulder height as far behind you as feels good. Then stretch your hands away from each other. And as you breathe in, bring the arm back with your gaze just resting in your palm. We swap hands over. We now look in the left hand. So we breathe out, the hand flows around at shoulder height. Just let your shoulders relax. Hand comes behind, and you just stretch your arms away from each other. Feel your chest open. And then as you breathe out, you come back to the start. We'll do that one more time each side. Let your gaze be soft as it rests in your palm. Open the chest. Breathing out as you come back. To the last side. Shoulders are relaxed. Open the chest. Breathe out as you come back. And let your hands just come down and give your shoulders a bit of a shake. So now we have our Anahata breath, which we've done in a few different classes. So it's like you're hugging a tree. And as you breathe in, draw the hands towards your heart. And as you breathe out, turn the palms away. A lovely out breath through your mouth. Breathing in a freshness, an openness. Use that out breath to cleanse, to clear, to let go of anything that's bothering you. Get rid of it. If it's not serving, breathe it out. Then let the breath be soft on the in-breath and soft on the out-breath. It can be a comforting and soothing breath. One more time. Beautiful. So then just let your hands rest in front of your heart. We have our ocean waves where our hands separate a little bit and then they come back towards each other. So as you breathe in, there's an expansion around the heart, and as you breathe out, there's a softening. You feel as you breathe in, your awareness of your heart grows. You might feel a warmth, a light, an energy at your heart, a deeper awareness.
And with every breath, it's just growing and expanding in all directions. Your hands just gently separate a little bit further each time you do this. And as you allow this energy to expand and to radiate out in all directions. And when you feel that you've expanded it as far as you'd like, as far as you need, you begin to focus on gathering it in. The hand movements become a little bit smaller, and it's like you're collecting in this resource, this energy, this light, this radiance. And you're bringing it in, collecting it in front of your heart, slowing the movement down. I often picture like I've got a pile of gold dust in front of my heart. You just pause with your palms facing each other and have them close enough together that you can have an awareness of energy between your hands. So it might be warmth, it might be tingling, it might be light. And then I invite you to pause here and to tune in to the awareness, the energy between your hands. Perhaps close your eyes and feel like you can breathe that energy in. You can replenish yourself. This energy flows in and replaces areas of depletion. We give out so much to others. Now is a moment to top yourself up, to fill yourself up. When you're ready, just opening your eyes, feeling your heart replenished. We then take the right hand up towards the sky or the ceiling and the left hand down towards the ground, and we stretch them away. It's a beautiful diagonal stretch through the chest and through the back. And as you breathe out, let the hands cross in front of your heart, and then we take the left hand up and the right hand down and just push away. Let's do that one more time each side. Breathe in and breathe out. Connect with the spacious sky above and the solid ground beneath you. Breathing in and breathing out. Fantastic. So the hands come to the heart. We've got our archer posture now, which has quite a few components to it, but don't get caught up on them. It doesn't matter enough to get all worried about it. The biggest thing is you're going to have your front foot facing forward and your back foot turned out slightly. The purpose of that is so that your weight can flow easily between your two legs, okay? Because I'm going to be, so we'll start with our right leg. I've actually got my left leg out just because it happens to be the one that's sitting out at the moment. Let me just demonstrate. Because it's my left leg forward, I'm going to have my left arm out and it stays there. With my other hand, I make this mudra where my two little fingers are tucked under, two are extended, and thumb is up. Okay? What we're doing here, it's like you're an archer and you're pulling back the bowstring, and you pull it back, and as you do, your weight comes onto your back leg. See, my back knee is bent. My elbow is at shoulder height. What I'd like you to check with yourself is that you don't tilt through the torso. We're not shooting up to the sky. We're holding our center. Okay? And in an ideal world, as you breathe out, your weight comes onto your front leg and your arm comes forward. Now we don't want to stretch out of our center line again. So it's an in-breath, and we breathe out, taking forward. Okay? So let's feel that we can do this together. I'm going to face you so that you feel the alignment. Right leg forward, left leg's turned out slightly, foot's turned out slightly so you can move easily between. Right arm stays up at shoulder height, palm facing out. Left hand, if your fingers allow, if there's any arthritis or discomfort, it doesn't matter, just have your palm open, okay? Ideally, this is what we're going for. 2 under, 2 out, 1 up. Okay, so visualize that you draw a bowstring back, elbow comes to shoulder, hand comes beside your head really, and just check for the first time your alignment, that you haven't dropped your shoulder. Take a breath in here, and as you breathe out, weight comes forward. Okay, and we are sending positivity and balance to our emotions. I am balanced. I flow with life. My heart is open. Fantastic. And then we do that to the other side. This is a great posture to send energy and strength to any intention, anything that you want to work for or that you really want to get rid of. It's really powerful. Okay, other leg is forward. Just check that your alignment, that you flow easily from one leg to the other. Right, my left leg's forward, so my right arm stays there. I bring the mudra in, I breathe in, my weight comes onto my back leg, check my alignment the first time, and breathe out. I am strong, I am empowered, and I am balanced. My heart is open and free. I am kind and compassionate to myself. And one more because we can. Lovely. So let's have a nice wide, well, relatively wide stance here. And we're going to fold forward into a forward bend. So just hanging down, relaxing your head and shoulders. You might like to hold your elbows and sway from side to side. But just let your head be heavy, spine long, lovely stretch into your hamstrings. Feel that you're able to let go. Fantastic. So then just let your feet come back into hip width apart, and we're coming down to our runner posture. I'll do it this way round. So we're just feeling steadiness in our runner. When we're doing this, we don't need to be in a deep runner posture. It's more of an upright position. Okay, so I might just come back a little bit. This is our runner thunderbolt. So because whatever leg is forward, you rest that forearm on that thigh. All right. The other arm we take behind us, and we just do a couple of circles just to warm up through the shoulder. Feeling it. Now, if your shoulders are sore, the movement can be really little. It can be just a sideways movement. So let's say we've warmed it up twice, and then we pause with the arm behind us. Ideally, we're looking into it. Now, what I would like to just point out here, this is a movement through the pelvis and the shoulder and the chest. My arm's here, and then I'm taking it forward. But it's not just my arm doing this. This is my pelvis and my chest are turned backwards, and then I move forward. I'm not sure if I've explained that well, but hopefully you'll get it anyway. So let's breathe in as we take our hand behind us. And as we breathe out, let the arm come forward as you face forward again. You can do that 2 more times. Breathing in. Last one. Fantastic. And then you're just going to swap sides. So you're going to come into the runner on the other side. I'll do this one from the front, I think. So don't worry which way you're doing it. Just make sure it's the opposite to what you did before. So one leg's forward, hand rests on that thigh. A couple of times just to warm up through the shoulder. Just feel your amazing shoulder joint. And when you're ready, you're going to pause, look at your hand, and as you breathe out, this is another great movement to send energy and strength to any intention. I am kind and compassionate to myself. My heart is open, my emotions are balanced. Let's do one more. I hope I explained that the breath out is through the mouth. If not, I'm sure you picked that up. Okay, so we come back from here to a forward bend. So this time our feet are about shoulder width hip width apart, and we hang down. When you're ready, just allow the knees to come off lock. Check your core is on. Hips bent. Tuck your tail under a little bit as you breathe in. Uncurling up. Hands come above your head. Palms face the sky, the sun, or your ceiling. And if you're happy to, just close your eyes. See if you can visualize golden light flowing in through your palms. Warmth, radiance. And then you turn your hands to face the crown of your head, the top of your head, and lower them down until you can feel an awareness
between your hands and your head, and feel like golden light is flowing in, replenishing your brain, bringing a balance and an energy, a health to your brain. The hands flow in front of your face, pausing, letting light and energy flow into your forehead, bringing clarity to your mind, replenishing your vision, flowing in through the nose into your respiratory system and through your mouth, letting your light shine and brighten your communication center. And that light continues to flow down and into your throat, once again deepening your communication, letting you speak your truth from your heart. And the hands flow down, pausing in front of your heart. And you feel warmth and light bathe your heart. Heart is open and free. And there's a sense of energy and ease here. You might like to let your hands come into Namaste, praying hands position in front of your heart. And feel your being balanced, your heart open and free. And if there's someone you'd like to share this energy with, bring them to mind now and know that this energy can flow in and benefit their lives as well. Lovely. And just opening your eyes when you're ready and facing forward. Okay, so we're doing our dancer posture, Lord of the Dance, and this is where you need your chair, and you may not need your chair, but it's wise to have one handy, or a wall is fine too. Ideally, have a wall where you can watch your screen when you're for the first one through anyway. And also the strap. Now the point of this is we want to have our quad muscle well stretched before we do this posture, okay? So there's options here. It's a good idea to put the strap around, I'm going to use, it doesn't matter which leg, I'm doing my right. So we put it around the front of the ankle. We have our chair in front of us, and then we just allow ourselves to pull gently the leg up behind us. Our belief with in Drew with body preps or stretches is that you work kindly. If you pull it on, the body has an inflammation response, and we don't want inflammation in our body. We have it anyway with a lot of things in our diet, so we don't want to bring more in. Now, alignment with this, see my knees are basically close to each other. We don't want to be out to the side, and we're not pulling ourselves back. We're just stretching in this way. So if it's a very simple stretch for you, just push into your strap a little bit more. Breathe into it. We want to do 20 seconds on each side. Okay, now if your quad is nice, we'll release that and we come to the other side. Okay, so I'll just put it here. If you don't need the strap, just hold your ankle and have the same position, and you may not need the chair. It's just a bit of a reassurance there, okay? So once again, we're looking at the knees are close together, they're not splayed out or pulled apart, and we're breathing. We're giving oxygen to these muscles as we allow them the muscle fibers to lengthen. Breathe, and I'm sure that's 20 seconds. And then we just put both feet down and give them a rest. Now if you feel like you need to stretch more, just pause it and do it one more time each side. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate this dancer posture. They do recommend that it has more depth to it if you are outside and by your water, which is hence why I'm recording here. I love this because it opens through the abdomen. It gives spaciousness all through your body. Your heart is open. It is a lovely posture. So I will demonstrate it probably facing this way is best. Not talking through this first time so you can feel into it. Okay, that's where you have a chair if you need for balancing, okay? Okay, so I'm going to show you two options with this, all right? Sometimes holding your leg up, and once again, if you're needing your strap, it's the same scenario, okay? You use the strap to hold yourself there. We don't want any straining into our quad or into our knee. This works incredibly well. I'm not holding it because it's one extra thing for me to think about, but I would rather you use support and did a posture well, rather than let your ego get involved and go, oh, I've got to do it perfectly without, and then you lose a lot of the magic from the posture. Okay, so option one with this. I'm not dithering at all. Is sometimes you don't want to lift your leg. Sometimes your balance is just too hard, and so you want to keep your leg down. That's all good. What we do instead is we take the foot back and bring the arm to the back of the thigh, and then we can still lift up through the torso. Wow, that's interesting. Lift up and open through the chest. Okay, and come down. So I'd really like you to choose which option you'd like to do. It's the point of this is we are opening through the torso. What I would like to point out is what we don't want. A lot of traditions, the dancer is like this, and there's no judgment on that at all. But with Drew, we don't want compression into your lower back. We want spaciousness. Okay, so however you get that with your body, do have a play around and see what works best. I'm going to talk us through doing it a couple of times on each side, but I'd really invite you to find what works best for you and what is honouring your body. So because I've done quite a lot on that leg, I'm going to come onto this leg as we do this. So basically the chair is on the side of the grounded leg. All right, I'm going to be lifting my left leg. I take a moment to feel into both of my feet and the ground beneath me. Have your strap if you need. We're going to lift our left leg. Now, it's important here that you don't take yourself out of alignment with that knee. Okay, ideally the knees are quite close together. Now, if you're really free through this, push the back of your foot into your hand. Okay? And you might take that leg, it may flow back a little bit behind you, but the torso is still upright. And there's openness. It doesn't matter if you tilt forward a little bit, so long as your lower back still feels spacious. So we have our hand, and we bring our thumb and our index finger to touch. And then as we breathe in, it's like we lift up out of our pelvis. There's spaciousness and openness. Relax your shoulders, perhaps push that back foot back if you'd like, but feel openness all through the front of your torso. Feel your balance, your centeredness. Then the hand comes towards your shoulder and you bring the foot down. Hand comes down. Take the chair to the other side. Take a moment to feel into our center. This time the hand flows down the right thigh. We hold on to the ankle. Take a moment to get your balance. And when you're ready, as you breathe in, you lengthen out of your pelvis, lift up, feel spaciousness. Relax your shoulder, push through your big toe if you get the wobbles. Breathe, heart is open. Your sacral center, your emotional center is open and balanced. Well done. Hand comes down, foot comes down. We're just going to just do one each side and just perhaps close your eyes, but feel into your body. Often it feels like there's a greater sense of balance and openness in the lower abdomen and the chest. Maybe even feeling like your mind is calmer. When we're focusing on balance, the static in our mind has to settle down. Lovely. So just pop your chair out of your way. We're going to finish with doing our moon sequence today, because the moon sequence is all about balancing our emotional center, which is quite important. So we're coming down to our hands and knees. Hands come in front of your heart. Now, if it's not comfy to sit back like that, feel free to sit up, kneel up, it's all good. And if your knees really don't like this, you could do it on a chair. So if you close your eyes and just see if you can visualize the light of the moon, and noticing that the moonlight is really cool and calm and serene. It's a really peaceful, soothing light. And that's what we're focusing on when we're doing this posture, this sequence. So when you're ready, come up onto your knees, and we're going to take our left leg forward. Feel free to support yourself, but we want to bring the left leg forward into our runner posture. Now, it's not a deep runner, it's more upright. Hands are in Namaste. So as you breathe in, just turn the fingers to face forward, and breathe out, straighten your arms. Breathing in, opening your arms to the sides. And as you breathe out, open. Turn the head to face up, turn the palms to face up, relax your shoulders, and just pause, feeling like you're receiving peaceful moonlight into your being. As you breathe in, the palms touch above your head, and you breathe out, they flow down to heart height. Breathing in, you open to the sides, and then you allow your left forearm to rest on your left thigh. Lift up through your right arm, turn to look up. Palms face each other. Then allow the arms to come back out to shoulder height. This time allowing your right arm to rest onto your left thigh, turning to look up to your left palm, opening through the sides of your body. Breathing in, the hands come back out to shoulder height. Breathing, open, palms face up, absorbing that calm moonlight. Palms touch above your head. The arms stay extended as they come back down to heart height. You then breathe in and draw them into your heart. Sitting back. From here we lower ourselves onto the ground in whatever way feels good. Feel free to keep your knees down and come down in a half plank, or do the full plank if that feels better to you. When you're on the ground, you bring your feet close together, your hands either side of your head, and allow the forehead to come down onto the ground before we come up into our Sphinx posture. So keeping the core engaged. As you breathe in, lengthen through your spine, lift up through your shoulders, your head, your neck. Bringing the arms under your shoulders. You press down on your forearms. Feel your spine lengthen. Relax through your buttocks. Breathing out, turning to the right. Keep the chin parallel to the floor. Breathing in, facing front. And then breathing out to the left, twisting around. Chin comes to face the front. And you tuck your chin in and you lower yourself back down to the ground to rest in Makarasana, our crocodile posture. So the feet are nicely wide apart, toes point out, heels drop in, forehead rests on the back of your hands. Feel free to put a cushion under your chest if it's more comfortable. And we're just going to rest here for a few breaths. I turn my head to face you so that you can hear me. Just feel yourself connecting with the earth beneath you. Feeling like you breathe out any part in your body that feels out of balance. You just breathe out anything that's not serving you. And you're breathing in a stillness, a calmness from the earth below. You're releasing
you're letting go, and you're soothing and replenishing on your in-breath. You feel a balance in your heart, knowing you can breathe up a nurturing, comforting energy from the earth into your heart. Knowing that you can breathe out any big emotions that have been bothering you. They flow out from your belly as you breathe out and down into the earth. You let them go. You feel a deeper sense of peace and calm in your belly. Sense of harmony. And you feel warmth and openness in your heart. Just rest here for a few breaths. Accepting any noises, you can still stay in your center, feeling supported by the earth. And then we come up, bringing our feet together, our hands under our shoulders, and push ourselves up and back into the extended child. Hands extended in front of you, heels, buttocks resting towards the heels. And then slowly uncurling up. We just have a little bit to finish off the moon sequence on the other side. So we're back in our kneeling position, either up or back. Sitting up onto your knees when you're ready. This time, whoopsie, we're going to take the right leg forward into our gentle runner. Turning the fingers to face forward, straightening your arms. In front of you, breathe in, open the hands to the sides, and breathe out, opening to the sky. Absorbing, inviting, cool, peaceful moon energy in. Breathing in, the fingertips touch above your head, and as you breathe out, they flow down to chest height. Breathing in, opening to the sides. And as you breathe out, allowing your right forearm to rest on your left, on your right thigh. Lift your left arm above, look up, feel openness through the side of your body. As you breathe in, the hands come back out to shoulder height, and you swap arms. Left hand arm rests on the thigh, right is above you, and you look up. Openness through the side of the body, perhaps visualizing moonlight shining down. Breathing in, the hands are at shoulder height, palms are up, looking up, inviting that peaceful, serene moon energy into your being. Hands touch above your head, they flow down in front of you, and you bring them into your heart. Bringing the knee back and either staying sitting up or resting back, whatever feels best to you. Perhaps close your eyes and feeling a calmness and a balance through your emotions, a deeper sense of ease, feeling your heart is open and free. And this moon sequence is recommended to help with sleep, for PMT, for menopause. I recommend if you do this every day for 21 days, it can really change the balance. Just opening your eyes if you haven't already. I thank you for sharing this class with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. And may you feel deep harmony through every part of your being throughout your week. Namaste.